Hello Africa, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great, mama.
Do you know that humanity, human beings, you and I, no matter who you are, white, black, green, red, yellow, in this world, originated in Africa. Greetings, I am Harry again with the second edition of my new series titled Afrocentric Titbits. Yes sir, yes ma'am. Now, in my first edition of this series, I gave you something about Africa, the contribution of Africa to this world, that universities, the first university ever established in this world was established on the soil of Africa. Yes sir, yes ma'am, and that's Morocco in North Africa to be exact. Today I'm bringing you this, the fact that human beings, we all started on the continent of Africa years and years and years ago, millions of years ago. Yes sir, yes ma'am. Now I'm going to tell you how it all went down, how it all started. The word evolution is the name. There you go. It is believed that around 6 to 8 million years ago, humanity, or the human beings, emerged, known as hominins. We started evolving from chimpanzees in East Africa. Over time, these early hominins evolved and adapted to their environments. The first stage of evolution from chimpanzees is called Australopithecus, which happened about 4 to 2 million years ago. Unlike chimpanzees, however, they adapted to walking upright, but they still lived in trees. This was in East Africa. Then, about 3 to 1 million years ago, Australopithecus evolved into what is called Homo habilis. This was the first species to start using tools for survival. And then, in about 1.9 million to 700,000 years ago, we evolved into the species known as Homo erectus, who learned how to control fire to use as we know it today, and how to hunt for survival. Now, it was at the stage of Homo erectus species that humans started to migrate out of Africa to explore the rest of the world. Again, about 300,000 years ago, the human species known as Homo sapiens emerged in Africa from Homo erectus, eventually replacing other human beings or other human species. And so, in today's world, we are still in that stage of human being known as Homo sapiens. We never know what we may evolve to in the years to come. Okay, you have seen what I had to offer about the origin of humanity in the world, how we spread out from Africa. Now, here is the very pertinent question that you must ask. If humanity started on the planet in Africa, how come we have Africans dark skins, or black as we call it, and the rest of the world have different types of skin color or pigmentation, skin pigmentation as it's called? How come we have, for instance, what we call white people and the red Indians and what have you, all the different colors of skins? Here's the answer. The answer is environmental weather conditions. Yes, sir. Everywhere you are in the world, your environment contributes to what you become, who you are, even in social life actually, not just skin colors, right? So the fact is that when the white man of today, when they migrated out of Africa billions of years ago, they were as dark as the Africans of today. Why? Because the environment of Africa, the sun is the reason for that. The sun is hardest or strongest in Africa compared to the rest of the world. And so the African skin has to adapt to be dark in order to be able to control, or in order to be able to withstand the rays, the strong rays of the sun. And in fact, the rays of the sun also make our skin black and dark. On the other hand, the white man, or the Indian, or the Asians generally, they also have different conditions where they are now. For instance, you have snow, those areas, and most time of the year, the weather is cold in those areas. And so, the skin started adapting to those conditions, which is different from the African condition of having strong rays of the sun hitting at us. So, yes, the fact, therefore, is that when they left Africa, started migrating away from Africa to those other regions of the world, they were still black. Their skins were still black. But the offsprings of the first migrated people or peoples to those other regions now started adapting. That's why when you now have a child, instead of the dark skin, or instead of the dark skin that you left Africa with to get to Europe, your child will now start adjusting. The body is adjusting, getting lighter and lighter. That is the difference. That's why we have all the skin differences in the world. Okay? Now, let me conclude with this. If you are an African, I'm looking at you and I'm saying to you, you need to be proud of who you are. You need to be confident in yourself. You don't want to make yourself inferior to any other race of the world, because they all originated from you. Yes, yeah. All those are the other people that you think they are better than you in any way, they originated from you. They migrated from Africa. And on the other hand, if you are a white man or a white person or an Indian or Chinese, please show some respect to the Africans, because they are actually your forefathers. You originated there. You migrated away from Africa millions of years ago. So you don't have any reason to feel that they are inferior to you. For instance, well, here is the question. Is your father inferior to you? Is your mother inferior to you where you are right now? Of course not. By the same token, Africans are your parents, because you originated in Africa. So you shouldn't be, disrespectful to Africans. You got it? Okay. All right. Now, I'm talking about, let's all be brothers and sisters in this world. We are all the same. We all have the same roots. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And that's where I stop for now. Thanks for watching. Until I meet you again on the next edition of Afrocentric Titbits. Bye for now.
Make we come together and build Africa.